Do you really want to know what happiness is all about? Smash the like button, like and subscribe, and share this video to anybody you come in contact with and get more of this kind of content. What is happiness? This question has been a question that has an unending answer because we live in a society today where most people ask this question and really don't know much or little about this question. What is happiness all about? Happiness is a state and a feeling of being happy. I'm talking to you guys from the Drilliant Podcast. My name is Blessed Robinson, and you guys have been watching this series, and you know that what we are talking about here is from the series of emotions. This channel is all about living your life intentionally. Back to the topic, happiness. Happiness is an emotion, a feeling of being joyous at a time. What is this feeling? It's a feeling of having a pleasurable moment or having to enjoy a pleasurable time. We live in a society today where most people feel that happiness is something that has to become something that must be pleasurable. But what if it doesn't become pleasurable? Do you live a life of depression, anxiety, panic attacks just because you don't have a pleasurable moment? Or just because you're not in a happy state? So I define happiness as a personal choice and a personal decision to make, to be attentive and also to be conscious of your moments. Most people live a life that they feel like, if I'm not winning, I'm not going to be happy. If I'm not getting rich, I'm not going to be happy. If I'm not making impact, I'm not going to be happy. If I don't have things that the society has framed that everybody should be happy with, I'm not going to be happy. But that's not really what happiness should be in a person's life. Happiness should be something that brings purpose and meaning and intention to somebody's life. What if you don't get the contract right? What if you don't get the business right? What if you don't get a job right? Does it mean you shouldn't be happy? That's why I explained that happiness is a conscious choice. A conscious choice that one person has to make and decide that when I'm having a good time, when I'm going through a tough or bad time, I'm going to be happy. And one of the reasons to make your life have meaning is by being a happy person. Not always finding happiness in things or finding happiness in moments, but being a happy person. Being a happy person here means that you find meaning and find value and find purpose in the things that you see around you, in the people that you see around you, in the life that you're living. Finding peace within yourself, within your conscious, unconscious, and subconscious mind is something that can bring tremendous change and you finding happiness. Some people think that happiness is outside, whereby if I have a boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm going to be happy. Or if I get married, I'm going to be happy. Or if I buy a new car, I'm going to be happy. Or if I have kids, I'm going to be happy. Or if I finally establish this business or vent into this career or even have a good job, a good paying job, I'm going to be happy. But life is not always the events or the activities that should make us become happy. Life should be meaningful and purposeful and live intentionally. Happiness is a choice because it's something that you choose. What if I go to a job and I got rejected? Does it mean I should feel depressed all my life? What if that contract didn't work out very well? What if I didn't finally meet the love of my life? Should I commit suicide? That is why I told you that happiness is something that brings fulfillment and not by the activities that you face in life. Happiness will be something that you should do or you should engage in, not just for the results, but because of the personality you have and the intention and motives you have behind those activities. In this life, we go through a lot of things. We can't live life and exempt the stressful, depressing part of life. We can also live life and go through without the unhappiness and the uncertainty of life. We have to live life intentionally by finding peace within our soul, by also remembering that whatever happens in life, I really did what I intended to do. I really went out and looked for the kind of job I really wanted to have. I really searched deep into myself to look for the kind of spouse I want to get in contact with. I really did my research and my work to find out the kind of business I want to do and I love to do. I really did my work for going out to venture the kind of career path I want to choose. That is what brings fulfillment and purpose, finding meaning and finding that peace and joy within your soul that I have did what I know is right from my heart. And most times, most people actually don't live life with their heart. They live life by the result they want to get. And most times when disappointment hits them, they find out that they can go to an unhappy state, a depressive state. But when they are living a life that is based on the intention, the purpose, and the meaning of what they are trying to achieve, even if they decide, or even if they come in contact with discouragement, and they come in contact with disorganization, and they come in contact with failures and setbacks, and they even come in contact with, let's say, disappointments, because disappointment is inevitable in life. And if you don't learn how to handle disappointment, you might not also learn how to handle unhappiness. Happiness should be a state of mind. It should be something that comes within your soul. It should be something that comes with living a life of meaning, purpose. And it shouldn't be a life that always have to react with your emotions. Because if you always react with your emotions, I told you in previous episode that emotions are feelings, and feelings comes and goes. Feeling doesn't remain permanent or stagnant. Feelings come and go. As they say, you can let a bird fly over your head, but to be a bad thing for the bird to pour poison upon your head. So you have to make sure that you take charge and full control with your emotions by deciding, I'm going to live my life being a happy person. If the happy moment comes in, fine. If the happy moment doesn't come in, I'm still going to be a happy person. That's what being happy means, by making a conscious choice within your soul that I am a happy person. It doesn't matter if I have a happy moment or happy activities going on in my life. Of course, we're going to have a happy moment. Of course, we're going to have happy activities. But that doesn't mean we should tie our life or tie our happiness and joy just because of those moments. What if the setbacks or difficulties or the failures happens? Should we go into suicidal states? Should we go into depression? Should we go into anxiety and panic attacks? I don't think that's a good idea. So learn from this episode and know that happiness is a choice, a state of mind of being a happy person, not being happy just because of the activities or because of the moment you find yourself in. So thank you guys for tuning into this session, and I hope you gain some insights and some understanding of what happiness is and what happiness is not. So you should pay close attention to what your emotion and what you yourself is telling yourself about what happiness is. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and have a great life.